Hey there, everybody. Had a real quick thought. I've noticed that there's been a trend, probably in the last 3-5 years at least, where if you're going for a job, you are reaching out to investors, people through Kickstarter, you're asking for something from somebody. A lot of times what's going to happen is you get a chance, yes, to potentially meet and greet these people in person. For an employer, you might have a phone interview or something of that nature, or do a sit-in. For a potential investor, you're writing kind of a cover letter, a one-pager, a business plan of some sort, where you're introducing yourself or your team or your idea, and so you're getting a little bit of yourself out there and making yourself familiar to these individuals. However, as far as social network is concerned, a lot of these individuals, whether they be potential employers, whether they be potential investors, or even just people that want to work with you, they're going to start to browse around your LinkedIn. They're going to start to even browse around on your Facebook. See, it's not enough just to have a LinkedIn profile anymore that's got your resume, that's got your work experience, that has maybe even some recommendations from colleagues or peers that have basically said, hey, you know what, this guy, this girl, they know their stuff, hire them, we've worked with them before. That's all well and great. Another thing about LinkedIn too is it's really good to get involved with a lot of different types of groups on there, different communities, because it also shows employers or investors that, hey, you know what, you're plugged into the culture that you are working towards, or that you have worked in, and so you're not just this lone wolf, or you're just not this one-off. You've actually got a network of people and groups that you're involved with and contributing to, or gleaning from, and so that also adds another level of credibility. However, a lot of people just don't stop at LinkedIn. When people look at my profile, they'll see my experience and all these different things that we just talked about. However, they're going to want to know who I am socially as well. Because, if you think about it, the people that you work with, yeah, you hope they know their stuff, but at the same time, you got to sit next to these people for hours and hours a day, interface with them, interact with them, and so it's like, are you compatible? Do you like the same things? Is this individual going to fit within the culture of our studio? Well, a lot of times the only way to really get to know that is to go onto somebody's Instagram or onto somebody's Facebook. So you have to be very careful a lot of times as to what it is you post. There's a lot of people that just feel that they've got a lot of anonymity with Facebook. And so they'll post shots of them drunk at parties, compromising photos of this or that. The whole point is that you want to be very, very careful in what it is that you are getting out there to the world, because it's like, how do you want people to view you? Do you want to be taken seriously, or you just want to be just kind of seen as a goof? Now again, there's nothing wrong with posting images of what things you do on your free time, and that's what Facebook's all about. But at the same time, the internet never forgets. Okay, so whatever you post on there is going to be there for an eternity. All right, and so it's just like, take some extra time, take some extra thought as to the things you feel that you need to post. What do you need to post? Not what you want to post, but what do you really need to post? And if you start looking at it from the aspect, not that I'm trying to get anybody paranoid, but if you start looking at it from the aspect of, what if a potential employer was viewing this? What if a potential investor was viewing this? Would they be able to appreciate the context of this meme, or this saying, or this wall post, or what have you? Or could it be misinterpreted in some way to where they just think that I'm just a partier, I'm a flake, I'm a goof, whatever it might be. And so a lot of times people think, well, my God, why should I be something I'm not, just to appease a potential employer or an investor, or somebody on a Kickstarter campaign? I'm not asking you to do that at all. No, I want you to be very real. That's what it's all about, is getting your story and being who you are. However, at the same time, you just want to be careful. Best quote that you could just ever remember is that the internet never forgets. In a way, let that kind of be your barometer. Let that be kind of your vetting tool or saying when you start thinking about what it is you're posting on LinkedIn, what it is you're posting on Facebook. How does it reflect on you as a brand? How does it reflect on you as an individual? Is it a positive thing? Is it a negative thing? Or is it just empty? Is there just really no substance there? It's just like it's there for kind of a laugh, but it doesn't really hold any weight. And really that's what we're trying to get down to. We're just trying to make sure that what you are presenting is you, is your identity, has weight, has passion, has substance. Because ultimately that is what people are going to be looking to draw out of you. Those are the things that are going to be valuable for other people, whether they be, movers and shakers or influencers. These are the attributes, these are the qualities that they're going to want to understand about you. And so a lot of times you don't get a chance to give that first impression by way of one-to-one conversation and speaking to them. A lot of times your LinkedIn profile or your Facebook and your wall posts and different things like that, they're going to be doing the talking for you. So just make sure that they're saying things in the right voice.